Hey guys, get your notepads and pens ready. This is the 2025 events calendar for load-bearing and military-themed adventure events. All of the events I'm going to run through are with companies that I have experience with, so I'm happy to endorse all of the events that we're gonna run through, and I'm going to talk through those events that have dates announced. Okay, so starting with January, and the event season kicks off with the AEE Fan Dance. That's the Avalanche Endurance event, the original route from the Story Arms out and back to the Story Arms. And from the website, I've got the following information. Their former Special Forces team are honoured to share a part of their own personal history with you and are actively involved in the event, creating an incredible atmosphere and the level of camaraderie that makes this event epic and unique. The team go beyond the call of duty to support you and are committed to make your fan dance an experience you will cherish and enjoy. So that's on the Saturday. There is also talk of a Woodhouse edition, which is an alternative challenge for advanced fan dancers. So keep an eye on their events page. Then January 18th and 19th, TSFE does its Fan Dance Series with an event on the Saturday night, and on the Sunday. You can either do any of these as an individual event, so the night one is called Dark Trail, or you can do a combination of two of the three, where if you do day and night, it's called Eclipse. If you do the Saturday and Sunday one, it's called Gemini. And if you do all three, the Big Daddy, that is Trinity. And I've been fortunate to do and complete Trinity twice now. I did it last year and then the year before. Great event. TSFE offer a great platform in terms of safety and support, and it's nice that you've got all that choice. Moving on to January 26th, and that is when the First in Events Fan Dance happens. That company is run by Tom Blakey, and if you want to see my recent interview, then look at this link. They've got a great team, fully marshalled, parachute regiment, pathfinders, special forces and qualified civilians make up the DS. Moving on to March now, March 22nd, Roman Rampage organised by Paris 10. And from the website information, stand by to traverse the pendulum, wade through Caesar's Crossing and battle through the Green Zone in this new Paris 10 event. Get ready for mud, blood, sweat and tears. Join them for a brand new all-terrain demanding course through the heart of Britain's oldest recorded city and the Roman River. This is in Colchester, home of 16th Airborne Brigade. This event will be a 3-mile loop in Friday Woods, covering terrain that the Paras have operated in over the years, with entrants having the choice of doing 1, 2 or 3 loops. Be warned, it will be hilly, it will be muddy, it will be wet. Paris 10 Catterick is also likely to happen this year, but no dates have been released yet. So that's the classic 10-miler up in Catterick. Moving on to March 29th and 30th, the TSFE Survival Foundation course. So this is all about the world of survival. And the website says they open their doors for civilians to explore and learn new life lessons normally reserved for Special Forces soldiers, which will equip you with the essential know-how, tools to arm you with the confidence and ability to survive in the wild with minimum resources and equipment. This weekend will give you the knowledge to survive and thrive with the basics. You'll learn how to source water, food, prepare a fire, shelter from the elements, navigate yourself or your team out of danger or to an extraction point. This is survival. The skills you learn will transcend around the world and prepare you and alter your mindset. Moving on to April 4th, Camp Special Forces 48 Hours. This is in the Netherlands, in the south of the country. You could either fly into Eindhoven Airport or drive through the tunnel or take the ferry. And I have done this event myself last year. So from the website, instructors have been on multiple deployments and all have extensive backgrounds with the Korps Commando Troepen, which is the Dutch Commando Corps, which is actually the Dutch Army's Special Forces capability, their Green Berets. Now, the most elite soldiers the Army has to field. With great enthusiasm and professionalism, they will, together with you, bring out your best. Your performance and behavior will be assessed Don't expect any shouting. They guarantee their core values: discipline, perseverance, collaboration, communication, self-reflection, personal growth, and integrity. And you actually get feedback. This is really interesting. It was a great event. Very much, I mean, where do I start? Working at height, tabbing. Well, you're not going to sleep much, but if you sleep, it's going to be outside. You're in shaky boats, and the itinerary is different every time. You're going to be digging trenches, lots of problem-solving, team-working tasks. It was a great experience. And then what's quite cool is at the end, at least in my case, you get some individual feedback, which I won't share here, but which was really, really cool. Yeah, and again, every single one of the instructors is a former Dutch Green Beret, and it's pretty cool to take from their vibe and sort of their attitude. Moving on to April 26th and 27th, the First in Events Prepping and Bug Out course. From the website, First in Events 2-day Prepping and Bug Out course provides a comprehensive introduction to surviving crisis situations, whether it's a natural disaster, civil unrest, or other unforeseen events. The course covers a wide range of topics, from understanding potential threats and prioritizing your prepping needs to choosing the right equipment and mastering essential skills. You'll learn about different types of survival kits, including everyday carries, EDCs, bug out bags, and more. The instructors will guide you through navigation and evasion techniques, teaching you how to move safely and strategically in different environments. You will also gain valuable knowledge about bugging in versus bugging out, and how to prepare your home and vehicle for emergency. They then say the highlight of the course is an overnight bug out simulation. This practical exercise gives you a chance to put your newfound skills to the test in a realistic scenario. Definitely a useful course, I should think. Same weekend, April 26th and 27th, the TSFE Killing House. If you're looking for an adrenaline pumping experience that pushes you both physically and mentally, TSFE's Killing House event might be just the thing. This isn't your average weekend activity. It's a chance to step into the shoes of Special Forces operatives and get a taste of close quarters combat CQB training. Imagine navigating a realistic urban environment, adrenaline coursing through your veins as you clear rooms, handle weapons, and engage in tactical maneuvers. This is exactly what you'll experience in TSFE's purpose-built Killing House facility, under the guidance of expert instructors with military and law enforcement backgrounds. You'll learn the fundamentals of close quarter battle and put them to the test in a series of thrilling scenarios. I know last year they had Melvin Downs of 22 SES. This immersive training will challenge your decision-making abilities, communication skills, and physical endurance. Don't worry about prior experience. The instructors will provide comprehensive training, ensuring everyone feels confident and safe. TSFE provides all the necessary equipment, including replica firearms and safety gear, so you can focus on the training. May 17th, the Weekend 9 event, organised by SabreXXIII, is a tough load-bearing race in the Howgill Fells inspired by the 23 SES selection process. This is an event I did last year. Here's the link to the video. Here's the gist of it. 25.5 kilometer route with 1500 meters of elevation, steep climbs, and rugged terrain. Put that in perspective, Fan Dance is just under 1,000 meters of elevation over about 22 kilometers. I would say Weekend 9 is Fan Dance plus 30% at least. And last year there was a good bit of attrition, right? At least a third of people, actually decided to call it a day at the halfway point. So if you're looking for a real challenge and perhaps you've got one or more Fan Dancers under your belt and you feel that you're ready to take on that next step in terms of difficulty level, this is a great event. It's a waymarked route, load bearing or obviously clean fatigue, self-sufficient, bring your own food. There are water refill points, an authentic 23 SES experience following the original Weekend 9 test route, stunning scenery of the Howgill Fells, link in the description. And for those going to that event, don't be surprised if you run into Scouse Elliott, who was in one of the videos that I had on my channel. Hopefully those videos are coming back. Moving on to May 24th and 25th, TSFE Basecamp. This was my very first military themed event and it was absolutely life-changing. So It includes weapons handling, survival, a log race, river crossing, hand-to-hand combat, CTR close target recce, PT sessions, team building, direct action. It's 48 hours long. Instructors include ex-UKSF staff. Yeah, so that event for me really was life-changing. I did it in May, trying to think, 2021, I think, 22. I can't remember. But basically, I was 20 kilos heavier than I am now, massively in a sort of midlife crisis, and I loved it. I loved it. I just loved the learning curve, and I felt that that part of my brain that was appealing to was exactly the part of my brain that I wanted to develop more. Just sort of practical stuff, you know, as someone who's in an office job, my brain was just, yes, this is what you need more of. And I never looked back. So, and I have just done constant events after that. It literally transformed my life. So even if you're a complete novice and you haven't done any events ever, not a bad way to start is all I'll say. Moving on to June 21st, 22nd, the TSFE Summer Fan Dance. So exactly like the winter, it's a series with events on the Saturday, Dark Trail at night, and the Sunday. And you can do any combination of Eclipse, which is day and night, Gemini, Saturday, Sunday, or Trinity, all three. Then July, so that's June 21st, 22nd. July 6th, 7th is the AEE Avalanche Endurance events. Summer Fan Dance, that's been announced. That's announced over 2 dates. So that I believe that means maybe a Saturday and a Sunday event. But certainly the Saturday one has been confirmed. Keep an eye on their website, link below. July 26th is the first in-events Summer Fan Dance. So that's with Tom Blakey and his gang. 22nd, 25th to the 25th of August, so this is 4 days, the TSFE Loadstone continuation, which is a 4-day adrenaline-fueled course. Step into the untamed world of UK Special Forces and develop skills for life whilst forging new friendship in this epic bucket list experience. Participant will commence by free-falling into the course from 13,000 feet, parachute jumping before joining their team to carry out mission-critical elements, contact drills, combat survival, micro-navigations, water crossings, target acquisition, force-on-force, static and mobile firing ranges, escape and evasion, close protection, vehicle contact drills, and more. I believe the parachute jump is optional. That is, that's not an event I have done yet myself, but definitely on my bucket list. Then September 6th, I'm down for this. Endurance 40 miler. They have also announced a 3-day recce. Only the dates, to my knowledge, not yet been released, but keep an eye on their website. So these are two separate events. You've got the 3-day recce to prepare for the route, and then September 6th is the actual event. I've tried it twice, finished it once. I'm definitely coming back for more. It's a huge attrition rate. Okay, so this year nobody finished. The edition before that, one person finished 40 miles through the Brecon Beacons, following in the footsteps of every badged UKSF member. October 18th and 19th is the winter base camp, or the autumn base camp for TSFE. So the same as the May base camp, but obviously this is the October edition. Then October 26th is the Pcoy Trilogy or First In events. That's just been in 2024. I participated in that. This video for more information. It was a cracking event. Unique route where you're going up Penny Van from an unusual approach. In fact, I'd never done that approach before. Down to the Pont à d'Arf. Then you go behind the reservoir up to Fanfare. And that is steeped in UKSF selection history, part of a number of selection marches. Then you go back down to the Story Arms, and then it's a 10k tab over undulating terrain. Based on the Parachute Regiment Wales phase, as it used to be a part of Pcoy, and an opportunity to walk in the footsteps of those legends that did that in the sort of the late 80s and the 90s. Right, then we get to the last event of 2024 that I've been able to find, October 31st, which is the MTM Meet the Marines 48 hours. I've attempted this event. I'm going to put my hand up and say I did not last more than 12 hours, okay? I underestimated it. This actually simulates 48 hours further in the Dutch Marines training course. So you need to be, I would say, marathon, if not triathlon fit. The attrition rate typically is 60 to 70%. And these are fit people that even turn up. And it's very physical. You will, in the 48 hours, from when I did it, I was in a WhatsApp group with some folks who finished it. And I believe the distance they did was at least 3 full marathons. And I believe it was at least sort of 120K plus load bearing or carrying stuff, team building tasks. It is a full 48 hours, and you're not sitting down and doing briefings. This is full on 48 hours, pretty much no sleep, non-stop challenging. This event truly tests your mental fortitude, forcing you to overcome doubt, fatigue, and stress. Who should attempt it? Now pay close attention. This is where I went wrong. It is designed for those with a strong foundation of physical fitness and mental toughness. This could include individuals considering a career in the military, athletes or adventurers seeking an extreme challenge, teams looking to forge unbreakable bonds through shared hardship. You get a coin at the end, and so they only hand out probably between 5 or 10 of these each year. They only do it once a year, and only finishers get this finishers coin. Right, the list is non-exhaustive. New events will be added. So keep an eye on the event organizers mentioned below. If you're watching this and you've got an event and I didn't mention you, either mention it in the comments, email me on the email address in my channel. All I've done is I've picked events of companies that I've got experience with. I am happy to endorse them. What anybody else thinks, that's their business. All of these events, I felt safe, I felt challenged, I felt they were well run, and they had good vibes and a great atmosphere. And I've enjoyed every single one of them. All right, guys, if you're doing some of these events, I might run into you. So as always, see you in the hills.